What is going on, folks? Man, it's funny how as people we start to rally together. You see people start to coalesce. Like, you know what? That's right. That's a good idea. Everyone's starting to come together, and then all of a sudden, boom! Here comes things to divide. Things to divide rich and poor, black and white, men and women. I think I think a lot of people are seeing that this is just a distraction. It's some other important things that we need to focus on here, because we can see what's happening. I mean, I was with my dad earlier today. He and I, we were just hanging out, and we were talking, and I heard something on TV. Now, because my dad, he keeps it on TBN. He watched it, Trinity Broadcasting Network. And I might tune in from time to time or whatever too. But as we were watching, I heard something. It caught my ear, and I glanced at the TV. Then I went back talking to my dad, and we were just having a conversation. And in the midst of it, I don't know what happened, but we got on a topic of things being misrepresented, and how things can be construed to fit a narrative. And anytime things start to be construed to fit a narrative, that's when okay, that's your agenda. You trying to paint the picture you want the people to see. And we were just talking, and that came up after that preacher said something and caught my ear, and my dad and I were talking. He was like, yeah, always be mindful whenever somebody tries to paint it, when we just want to try to paint that picture, be aware of who the artist is and what picture they're trying to paint you. Because just in other words, don't believe everything you hear, everything you see, because people playing games. And when he said that, he glanced at the TV too, and he and I both, that let me know that he heard the same thing that I heard on that Trinity Broadcast Network. I forget what preacher it was. It's one of the old fat white guys who's on there talking. But when he said it, I was like, oh. And when he said what he said, I was like, oh. I'm not gonna say verbatim because I don't want to misquote him. But when he said, I was like, what does this have to do with that? And it was crazy how we just threw that in there and tried to just brush it like, yeah, this is because of that. Fam, hold up. You please. And I'm so glad my dad heard it too, because I'm so glad he picked up on it too, because I'm like, wait a minute, man. Wait a second. Oh, if you don't know, it was 1,000 pastors that took a trip overseas. And they came back with some very interesting things to say, and how it was going to be using their message. Yo, when I heard that firsthand, I'm like, yo, that's wild. And I know my dad, he doesn't watch the news like that, really. He didn't really watch the news like that. But he picked up on that he knew that, like, you hear? Like, yeah, I do. So, anytime somebody's telling you something, I don't care who it is. Anytime somebody's telling you something to paint a picture, and you're like, wait a minute, you paint this picture for a reason. What's the reason you painting it for? And who's the artist? Why are you painting it? Why are you giving it these particular colors? Yeah, ask some questions. Because some stuff shouldn't fly. I'm sorry. Some stuff should not fly.